Hi, so in my first video, I wanted to talk about a topic that may actually sound rather petty, but I think it's actually a lot more important and relevant than people want to give it credit for. And that's why I just wanted to get it out of the way first. It is the fear, or just being scared, that you're not going to enjoy it as much as everyone else seems to when they go abroad. Just comparing yourself too much. And then what can happen is you can kind of go into this hole of thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and eventually rationalizing that's just not something for you. Maybe you see how much fun other people are having and you don't quite see yourself in that light and you just say, yeah, it's not really my thing, that's their thing, and you just kind of give up on the whole idea without even really trying it. Or you may not have even gotten to the point where you're thinking about how much fun or not fun you'll be having. Maybe you're still kind of scared of the idea of going abroad, and then seeing all these other people online having so much fun makes you feel even worse. It could compound all those negative feelings and thoughts. I do actually think this affects a lot of people. Sometimes in a major way, sometimes it's a minor factor, whatever it may be. I think it does play a role in our decision-making process. And it's unfortunate because I don't think it's addressed that much. It's much easier to blame things like different school with different schoolwork, being in a different culture, finances, all that kind of stuff, which are all really important and stuff I'll be talking about later. Honestly, bigger deals in reality. But I do feel that when it's not addressed, it can unfortunately affect people on a subconscious level. So that's what I'm trying to do with this video right now. And look, this is my third time now living in a different country, and I'm in Ireland, which is a pretty safe choice. I mean, like first world English speaking country. And I still have my own sets of fears and worries coming over. It's very, very normal. I'd go on the record to say it's abnormal if you have no fears to go live in a totally different culture. That'd be weird. Sure, some people are more excited than nervous, or more nervous than excited, but there's still some nerves. So back to comparing. We've all been there. Instagram, Facebook, any social media outlet. You get to see how amazing everyone else's lives are, right? It may even feel like a personal challenge, like I kind of touched on earlier in the video. Seeing all these people do this stuff, you may question whether you can even do it. Maybe you start thinking they're just better at traveling than you. Whatever it may be. And this is all just by looking at posts, not actually doing it. No one's just born good at anything, and you'll never know how good you could be at, let's say, living in a different culture or learning different things if you don't try it. And I do think it sounds a bit ridiculous when I start to say out loud like this and stuff, but it is real. And I mean, I think it affected me too to some degree. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that, but I'd like to think of myself as a good traveler, and I see all these other people doing amazing things, and I think, well, am I really doing it right? And I have to snap out of that at times. So I get it. I mean, it's a relatively small time period of your life, so that's just pressure in itself. You want to make sure you're doing the right thing. And then you're seeing all these other people doing amazing things. It just kind of adds unnecessary pressure. So sometimes it's just easier to not have to even think about. But I want to say this because I feel like we all know, we constantly forget. People, the majority of the time, including myself, maybe yourself too, are posting their best moments on social media. I mean, of course, every once in a while there's sad posts, but people are showing their best moments on those platforms. And sometimes they're not even the best moments. Sometimes they're stage moments to look like best moments when there's not actually that much going on. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to touch on that. That's a false reality. That's not true for anyone. Studying abroad isn't just a constant high, just amazing all times. That's not real. I do think studying abroad, you still have some of your higher highs, but there's also some low lows, which is what I'll make my next video on. The lows, the hard points, and how to kind of deal with that. What I want you to do, if you want, is just think for a little bit as to whether this is affecting you or not. It may take some time. It's one of those things that's not so fun to admit or think about. I think if you look at it with the right perspective, you may realize how small of a deal it really is. And I have personally seen kids who haven't gone abroad because I believe they were comparing themselves too much and just didn't see themselves as someone who could do it. This can also affect you once you go abroad. I mean, people compare themselves when they're abroad and see other kids who went to different countries and they think, did I choose the right place? Did I choose the right city? All that kind of stuff, which just ruins your experience for no reason, honestly. This is not to say that the more obvious fears of studying abroad aren't real. Those are very real, and I will talk about those just like I mentioned earlier in the video. But I wanted to get this out of the way first because I do think it can just ruin a lot of things. So hopefully that all made sense and I addressed something that may be affecting you. And if not, then you're winning, then you're good. If you have any questions, I'll leave my email below, or you can leave a comment, whatever you like. I don't know. And yeah, hope you have a nice day.